it's 7:30 a.m. So I couldn't wait till the morning when I saw last night that I got access to it. So I guess you probably know what the video is going to be about. Today, I'm going to be reviewing Codex, doing an exclusive deep dive into it, as I do with a bunch of other AI coding tools. And if this is the first of my videos that you've ever been watching, my name is LJ. I'm a VP at a startup company on a journey of building 50 apps in 50 weeks using only AI. Currently, a bit stuck on number 16 and 17, but with the first 15, I had moderate success, with a few of them winning top 5 products of the week award in global launched. I beta tested over 10 AI coding tools, and with Starter Story built a bootcamp course, which was so far attended by over 400 students, out of whom most of them launched a successful application. I do these reviews these days and grade different AI coding tools in 10 different categories with scores from 1 to 5, and I'm talking about like first shot prompting, code ownership, visual editing, pricing, all sorts of things, right? And so far I've reviewed 5 tools, 3 videos published. I'm going to publish the video on V0 and Cursor very soon, but this is how they rank so far. This video is coming out of the queue because Codex is so new that I just had to do it, and I'm going to do it live as well, because I've never used it, so you're going to be reviewing it for the first time together with me and see my first impressions. This, as any other review, will be very subjective. I'm not a developer and have no idea what I'm doing. Other companies are paying me to do these, and you should test all of the tools yourselves as well to figure out how things work out for you. But let's talk about Codex. Like, what is Codex for all of you that don't know? This is a tool that is a part of the OpenAI family. So basically, it's powered by ChatGPT. It's extremely new, so new that it got just released yesterday afternoon. If you don't remember, like, OpenAI was acquired basically Windsurf a little bit earlier, so you can see May 16th got released. Codex is basically just a way for you to write code in ChatGPT, to put it plain and simple, right? And it has pretty good benchmark scores, as it seems so far. Obviously haven't used it. They've like listed a couple of use cases for it from different companies. I think that this probably did affect the release being so swift. I personally expected OpenAI to get into this game in maybe like 2 to 3 months, but according to their video, their release of research preview of Codex, one of the guys that was presenting said that he was actually working on parts of it for the last 2 years, right? So, obviously Codex is a natural progression of OpenAI's journey to really own this particular space, right? The scorecard is blank, it's empty. I have no idea what the scores are going to be. I do want to do a shameless plug before I kick things off, because some of you watching these videos, want to learn how to code using AI, but don't know how or where, and you've heard about vibe coding, but you have absolutely no idea how to get started. Well, I just want to pitch you the best place to start, being Starter Stories AI Build Bootcamp. It is the curriculum itself is done fully for Lovable, but the techniques that you're going to learn there are probably going to work for any AI coding tool that you can find. And in this course, you can figure out how to what Lovable is and how to use it, how to come up with an ID, properly set up your project and build it with proper planning instead of just vibe coding your project into learn how to integrate OpenAI and other APIs, learn a lot about debugging and designing, setting up email, SEO, and all of the other things that you would need to go live with it. So I'll leave the link for this in the comments, and without further ado, let's kick things off and let's see how Codex works, right? So again, I haven't used it yet, so that I can guide you through the onboarding process. Okay, so it's basically telling me how to push PRs onto GitHub. Okay, it requires multi-factor. Okay, navigates your code base. Okay, runs tests. I mean, this is a big one. I saw that on the video yesterday. Most of the AI coding tools don't allow you to run tests, right? So you deploy the code, but you can't test it to actually see unless you kind of live test it yourself. I think this is way better. And powered by a new coding model, fine-tuned to work in large code bases. Another big thing, like context windows are a big deal for all of these apps. They're very short, so let's see if this one has it a little bit extended. So let me set up my two-factor. Okay, we're back in here, and now that I've connected it with two-factor, it says connect to GitHub. And that's amazing because I can already say that code ownership is going to be 5 out of 5 because I own it from the get-go, and that's what I like always with these types of things. So this is amazing, actually. This is pretty neat. So let's see this now. Okay. This is weird. I just connected the GitHub, and I don't know why it didn't see what I'm doing. Okay, let's see if it does now. So Codex. Okay, this is fine. Nice. Okay, so it's actually allowing me to preload any of my stuff that I was working on. So let's take, and it can also see private ones too. This is nice. Let's take a public one, but this is really good. Obviously, I gave it authorization to see all of those. So allow training on your content. I'll do that. All right. This is great. Onboarding, spot on. Like, I think, again, there's a bit of a steep curve maybe for people that never used any of these tools, but like it's telling me what to do. So let's see. Okay, explain the code base. Let's see. Let's see how this goes. All right, working on your task. So it's already working in the background as we speak. I can maybe do it. So this is about and how can I get it to I can see already that I can't attach any documentation inside here, right? So I had to pre-select my own GitHub repo. I'm not even sure whether I was able in the previous steps to start something from scratch. So this is more like I'm continuing to work on something versus building something from ground zero, right? So right now, as you can see, it's reading my files. Let me put myself in the ask mode. Okay. So it's actually working in a bit of a different way. So let me see. Okay. It's like, it looks like it's building pretty much separate chats. And I'm assuming, yeah, this is the number of tasks it does simultaneously, which again, not all of the AI coding tools that you're ever going to use, they can only do one thing at a time, right? The fact that this is, I think, the big advantage that of the OpenAI products in general, that you can just use them in parallel. I'll put a pause just so that we can see some of these things getting to the finish line so that I can actually show you the end product. I'm seeing some progress being made. So it actually went in and found and fixed the bug itself. Obviously, it's a small one. This project that I preloaded was pretty small. So let's see this. Okay. Dynamic slides from home to generate slide decks upcoming next. Quick start. Okay. Sure. Just 5 features that you think would be useful for us to build next to make this a great project. Okay, let's see. Fast mode, code. Maybe I'll just go into code. I don't care. This is vibe coding, so let's see if it's gonna run into like building them out versus coding them, even though I just asked it a question. A really open-ended one too. I didn't say, hey, build me this or build me that. So let's go back and let's see what happened in the other ones. Explain this code base to a newcomer. What is the general structure? Nice. So this is onboarding for new users is really good, I feel, because it's like I loaded up the project, and even if I didn't know anything about it, I got instructions on how to run it, what are the key points, what's the structure of it from a technical perspective, what is the file structure. So this is a pretty good feature to have. Again, this is how it looks like when it codes. And then I can actually go and push. So create a new pull request. It does require a couple of steps, obviously, so you're not going to be, you can also chat with the latest code edit here or ask a question, it seems. So this is pretty awesome, I want to say. And I'll go just view a pull request in the, yeah, and I'll just merge it with my main branch. So, okay, confirm merge. And then, yeah, now it's merged into the main branch, so I can delete this one. So it can create branches for yourself, which again is great because you don't want to deploy in production, not, you know, when you're not sure of what the code is. So like that's how you commit to the code. And then I feel like the one thing that it's missing right now, obviously, is the preview, because all of us vibe coding are used to just like, I make the edit, even if I push the commit myself, like I still want to see what's going on. Like in my case, like with this tool that I'm building, I have the npm run dev. Okay, let's see if, okay, this is gonna load. So I want to have at least a simple browser. Obviously it's dead right here because I got a bug, but like I just want to see the thing that I'm building, I guess. So it has this merge thing. Let's see what it can do. See what this thing does. So I can describe a task, but I don't want to do that. So I can obviously, okay, okay, it has one branch. Let's see what this does. So when I go to manage environments, it tells me that I can create a new one. So I can set up a basic environment, connect interactive terminal. Okay, so how does this thing work? Okay, secrets, setup script is run, start of every task. I gotta set up a repo. It seems like it's, or maybe there's a different way that I'm just not familiar here with because I'm not a developer. But I assume that devs are gonna cringe at watching it and be like, oh my god, the guy didn't know how to do it. It's fine. Let's find something bigger. Let me find something that I have as a bigger project here. Not sure why it's not loading up all of my repos, right? Let me see. Okay, I found something that is a bit more of a more address the validation issues in the form. So see, I don't know what they mean by this. This is not ideal. Test. Let's see. So we got a bit of ourselves in a bit of a bug, potentially because I'm running a couple of things in the old task stuff, then I can't do anything for this new one, or it's just, yeah, let's see. This is great. I mean, in general, the agent's great. It just gives you great suggestions. It can fix bugs, as we can see, so it can write code, it can talk to you. I'm just trying to see how can I manage multiple projects at a time. Let's see. Let's try again. Jams. All right, let's do this one. Okay, just probably because I had a pending task. Okay, image universal secrets. Okay, so how do I then continue to work on this one? Because I want to work on that environment and not the other one. So this is a bit of a tricky one. I want to say I kind of ran into a situation that I don't know how to get myself out of. Oh, okay, sorry, my bad. It's actually here where you toggle the switch between the projects and you can see all the tasks and you can archive them. So, okay, I'll archive all the tasks that I worked on the previous one and then just continue with this one. Can you develop light and dark mode for this particular application? So let's see something specific. Like let's code this up and I'll be able to actually see this change in the app environment itself being live. So this is the app we'll be editing. This is a project that I built months and months ago, like a listing of all the apps that me and my buddies built throughout the months of like just building with AI. This is my very, very first app ever built with AI. It's like a daily journaling app. And it's in dark mode, as you can see, doesn't have the light mode at all. So let's see if it recognizes that. And it's going to search for things, I guess. Let me see how the log looks like. Okay, so this is more of how I like to read the way these tools work. So, I mean, it's really good. It just has the ability to search the code base, obviously, and talk to your code base as well fully, which most of these tools, unfortunately, struggle with really, really hard. So yeah, looks pretty impressive. Let's see what happens when it gets the task done. So while we wait for it to do it, I want to give you my scorecard real quick. I'll just run through it because I've done it in the background while I was waiting for these tasks to be done. Absolute flawless UI and UX, obviously. ChatGPT knows how to build great stuff. And that's in my book, at least. The agent is going to be 5 out of 5. I didn't test it enough, but I just know like it's going to be powered by the strongest LLM that they have. It can already read my entire code base. This works amazing. Debugging 5 out of 5. It fixes the bugs automatically. I didn't even know that the bug was in the code base. It fixed it. I own the code 100% because it commits directly to my GitHub. Now, as for like how it generates designs and stuff, I just gave it a generic 3 out of 5. Same on the deployment side, because you can't deploy from it yet, like to a custom domain. You are still deploying through your GitHub, so that's something. And I give it a 4 out of 5 on backend and APIs. I do believe that it's probably supporting anything you want and that you can just dump it in. I just don't know how you. I saw that you can add the environmental variables and secrets, but I feel like that's not easy for everybody to do. So like, I will say it's probably that. Now, that it's a fair score, right? Now, the main two things that I always look at is like support for newcomers and pricing, because I think that's the barrier to entry for most of these tools. Pricing 1 out of 5, simply because, yes, maybe for some of you it's going to be what? Like the tool is free. Yes, it's free if you're a pro user, meaning you're paying $200 a month. So at that level, it is currently 1 out of 5. When we go and they open it up for plus at $20 a month, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5 stars. I'm going to revise it. And at that point, this will be the number one tool in my book based on the scores, right? But for now, it is what it is. Like, it's $200 a month, plain and simple. Support for newcomers, 3 out of 5. Again, simply because I don't know that I'm new vibe coder that just figures out like what's Codex, I want to do it. Like it's not as straightforward as with some other tools maybe on the market. So the final verdict is this is a great tool. It's realistically, it will probably score over 40 out of 50 in the book, which would, again, if we look at the prior scores, it will put it right at the very top. So like even now with the price, if the pricing was with plus, this would be the number one tool on the market already. So, again, for some of you, this may seem ludicrous because it's free for you. You're already a pro user. So, I don't know. I feel like the fact that you can't start a new project from scratch easily, meaning that you can just prompt it and vibe code it, isn't the best. But the fact that it fixes bugs and you have full code ownership are all amazing. I'm not going to close it out now. Let's go back and see if it was able to actually deploy the thing. Like, yeah, it definitely takes its time. I want to say that for sure. Like most other vibe coding apps would have been done by now, but that doesn't mean that they would actually be able to give me the result that I wanted. So let's put a pause on this for a second and see whether we're going to get that light and dark mode done. Okay, it's definitely working on it, right? Or, okay, it worked for 6 months. Okay, it's done. Wow, nice. 18 files edited. This is great. Number one, like it's good that I gave its agent an 5 out of 5. So let's push this. Let's create a new PR. Okay, new pull requests. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, let's see the pull request. Okay, summary. Add light and dark mode support. Nice. Deep jams, Vercel bot building, okay. Deploy to preview, all checks have passed. I mean, this just looks very elegant to me, just very neat, very nice. I have committed to the main. And now let's see what happened. Really, it's maybe going to take a second to propagate, so I'm going to put a pause again just because I know it's going to take a minute. Okay, so I'm in Vercel, and it says that it deployed. Okay, so that's good, and we obviously seen it happen, but I can't see any actual. Oh, sorry, there it is. All right, well, it worked. Obviously not perfect, right? But like, I was able to make my first commit with it. So this is great. This is pretty awesome. Obviously, not the most representative project. Not like I'm just taking stuff randomly, guys. Like I didn't even prepare myself to test this. I just woke up and did it. So like I think we're on to something extremely, extremely big, and I can't wait to do an updated review of it in a month from now because I can expect it to be like 50 times better, right? I do want to appreciate you for sticking with me for so long. I'm gonna publish a new deep dive tomorrow. It's probably gonna be a V0, not the same like this video review for sure, because it's been a tool that I've been using for a while now. So I'll be better prepared, right? But for those of you that want to be prepared for the AI revolution and want to learn how to vibe code, again, can't emphasize this enough. This is probably the best course right now on the market. This is the thing that is teaching all of these people building apps that you're seeing on your LinkedIn feed actually get them to life. So I'll just put a link in there, and then I'll see you in one of my future deep dives, guys. Keep building.